Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday Coffee with Jexo, a weekly podcast where we go through the latest news and updates from the Atlassian ecosystem. But before we start, I'm Nikki, and this is Biro. We are co-founders of Jexo, a fast-growing marketplace partner creating work management solutions for Jira Cloud. If you want to find out more about what we do, you can visit our website jexo.io. Last week there was a Team22 event, so we have some awesome announcements to share with you. So Biro, what's the first one?
Well, Jira Data Center users rejoice. Atlassian just announced that automation for Jira will become a native functionality in Jira Data Center, just the way they did with Cloud version. The automation feature is expected to be ready and available in a future Jira version to be released before 30th of June this year. In addition, the Marketplace app version will become completely free for those on a paying license currently, until customers basically manage to upgrade to the Jira version that has the automation embedded. It was mentioned that at that point, the Marketplace app will also stop being available for future downloads, and the server version support will be discontinued. If you're not aware of automation for Jira and its capabilities, I do recommend going through the article and reading some of the use cases explained there.
These are some really great news for the data center customers. Next up, I have some good news for Jira Cloud customers. The new Create Issue View is now available for everyone on Cloud. The new issue view was redesigned and rebuilt for better performance and scalability, and it's up to 3 times faster. There is still an option to switch to the old Create Issue View in settings if you wish, but this option will be removed in June this year. Atlassian team is working on collecting and addressing feedback they have around this new view, so if you have any, you can drop the comment to the post so they can have a look at it. And we didn't talk about any new improvements to Trello for a while. If you are using Trello, you can enjoy a new release that introduced the ability to add observers to your board with a shareable link. Observers can view and comment on your board. This is a great feature for everyone who wants to share their board outside the organization and is looking for feedback on their plan. You can read more about how shareable links work in the documentation that is linked to this post. Okay, and now we have Matt from K15T joining us today on Monday Coffee. Thank you so much for joining us. So Matt was on Team22, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about what happened there, if there were any interesting presentations, and a little bit about the keynote from Scott.
Yeah, thanks so much. So the time at Team has been a lot of fun. The vibe here is very much, it's been like a homecoming for a lot of people. There have been so many hugs that I've seen, so many people that are like, I've met you online, but I've never actually seen you in person. I think there was a lot of excitement there. And as app vendors, we had a booth, which was great because we've been building stuff and so many other app vendors have been building stuff for 2 years, and we've gotten support tickets and we're getting feedback that way, but it's so nice to talk with people in person and say, like, is this working for you? Is this solving your problems? Getting new ideas, and then being able to walk over and interface with the Confluence product team, for example. Those sorts of things they don't happen as organically, I guess, on Zoom. So just overall excitement to see everyone again at the conference, for sure.
Yeah, that sounds really great. And I saw some pictures from the bash party as well on LinkedIn, and it looks like it was really, really good one.
Yeah. Yeah, performers are amazing. I think I do cool stuff, and then I watch people perform at Bash, and I'm like, wow, people are cool.
Yeah, jealous. Anyways, so I heard that you had a few presentations there on Team22, what they were about.
So on Wednesday, I got to do a 15-minute presentation on Confluence best practices. So if you've seen our YouTube channel or just any of the content we've made recently, we're just like sort of super passionate about like making Confluence the best it can be. So I had a short presentation with 5 Confluence best practices, and then the following day I ran a game show all about Confluence best practices, followed up by 10 more Confluence best practices. I was really tired, and I think people's brains were pretty full, but it was really nice to just like unload so many of those and share those, because we just feel like Atlassian tools are are the best for their organizations when people actually like know how to use them in the best way. So it was super exciting to see other people react to that and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna go back to work, and I'm gonna use these tips like right away. That was super exciting.
Oh, and there were actually a few new features announced in the keynote about Confluence, which were like a charts and the presentations. What do you think about that?
I can't wait for charts to come. I actually mentioned that in one of my talks. I'm like, come on, we want it so badly. Yeah, that is going to help us so much. I mean, we all have these tables that we've created that are full of content, and it's like, give me charts. I want to visualize this stuff. So that's what I'm like really, really excited to get in my Confluence Cloud instance.
Yeah, and I on the other hand cannot wait for the presentations, because I think it's going to help us, for example, for the monthly updates, where we are basically preparing for the team how the month went, and you can just basically share your already prepared Confluence page, and there is also a QR code, I think, which they can scan while you're presenting, so no one's going to ask you anymore about the URL, which is really great.
Come on, sharing's so fun.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so there was a big keynote from Scott, and he was announcing a new product called Atlas. Do you have any insights about that from the team?
Yeah, so Atlas, it's really interesting, right? We've all been through quite a lot in the last 2 years, and we've seen how teamwork has changed, and working together doesn't necessarily mean like working within arm's length of each other. And I feel like Atlas is such a good response to that. Now, obviously, Atlassian has laid some of the groundwork for Atlas in the past, but it's exciting to see them bring together this sort of like company directory thing. I think they said like it's the company directory that every company needs. So yes, it's like everybody in the company, you can find them there, but the whole communication side, that's what's really exciting about it. So, you know, you're encouraged to give updates, daily updates, weekly updates, whatever. You have sort of like a Twitter style feed of those updates. You can follow other people to find out what they're working on. And I think the whole thing is great because so many of us are working asynchronously. You know, some of us have found that with like family hours, it works best to work a little in the morning, work a little in the evening. And this sort of asynchronous nature of collaboration, I think is just super exciting. I think this is going to be a key part of how we all work together in 2022 and beyond, as we're working from anywhere in any time zone, and you know, any sort of work-life balance as well. I think it's an amazing product. I'm super excited about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, if you didn't give it a try yet, you definitely should. I know that they announced that Atlas is for free, so you can definitely go and try it today.
Absolutely.
Okay, Matt, so thank you so much for joining us today and giving us the news from Team 22. I see how excited you are about it, so I hope that we will be able to go there next year as well in Vegas.
My pleasure, and we would love to have you here. Get on the marketplace. There's so many new fun things happening there. I talk to so many vendors. It's an exciting time. Thanks.
Thank you.
Wow, sounds like Team 22 was a super duper nice place to be last week with all of the announcements and the partner booths and so on. So thank you again, Matt, for joining us to give us these wonderful updates. Moving on, Partner of the Year awards happened this week at Team 22, and you can find them all on this page. Proud to see Resolution, our partner, up there as the best ITSM app. Super impressive stuff. But apart from that, you have your usual suspects: Appfire winning Agile at Scale app, Tempo for Enterprise App Services, and yet again, Daniel from 55 Degrees takes home the Developer Contributor Award. Well done, everyone. Super deserved.
And before we finish, it wouldn't be an Atlassian news without sharing all major happenings in the ecosystem. Last week on 5th of April, the incident started in Atlassian Cloud products, namely Jira, Confluence, Opsgenie, Status Page, and Atlassian Access. Some customers reported they cannot access their Atlassian products, and Atlassian then released a statement on Twitter explaining how the incident happened. Quote, "While running a maintenance script, a small number of sites were disabled unintentionally." And Atlassian also immediately ruled out the possibility of cyber attack. The issue was caused unintentionally by an internal mistake, and no customer data were leaked outside the organization. To be clear, not every Atlassian customer is affected. Atlassian is communicating with the affected customers to restore their instances and data, and you can also follow the Atlassian status page to see the latest information on this incident.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate with all of these things happening last week, but hopefully that gets fixed soon, and people get back to normal and can use the products. So, article of the week this week is another major launch announcement made over the Team 22 keynote. Atlassian will launch a data lake where you can access data from all your Atlassian products. You can pull this data into a new product that they call right now Atlassian Analytics, which under the hood is the Chartio service they acquired not long ago. So soon you'll be able to pull data from any of your Jira, Confluence, Bitbucket instances and create custom charts using SQL or the no-code way. Furthermore, Atlassian has confirmed that you'll be able to also bring data from external tools and sources to basically make Atlassian Analytics your go-to hub for all of your company data. Check out the full article for all of the wonderful things coming soon and register for the early access program. Link in the post.
These are some crazy good improvements. I really can't wait to see that, and I can bet that customers are going to love it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's about it for this week's Atlassian News. I hope that you enjoyed our Monday Coffee with Jexo podcast, whether you're watching us live or recorded later. Just a reminder, all the links for the sources of the topics that we discussed today are linked in the descriptions, so don't forget to check them out. Have a great week.